He found out that none of the 3 kids were his, and that all of them were from his own relatives. What he did next shocked the entire country.
Imagine being married to your wife and you have 3 kids with her, and then you find out that one of the kids is not yours. That means that your wife cheated on you. Crazy. How about if you found out that 2 of the kids that you thought were yours are not? Your blood is probably boiling at this point. Well, guess what? In Deshawn Flood's case, this man found out that all 3 of the kids were not his. And to make things even worse, not only was this woman cheating on this man, she was cheating on him with his relatives. So the kids belong to his relatives. After getting this information, Deshawn decides to go down to his wife's job and confront her about it. She sees him coming and runs inside of one of her co-workers' car. That didn't stop Deshawn from shooting her multiple times. And when she tried to run while shot, Deshawn chased her down and pistol whipped her. After hearing the gunshot, some of the co-workers called the cops. The cops came, arrested Deshawn, and the wife made it to the hospital where she survived. There are some people on the internet that are saying it's a valid crash out because not only was she cheating on him, she was cheating on this man with his relatives. And others are saying that they believe that he took it too far.
But what truly blew up the internet was the reaction from women. You have to see what they said.
Free that man. If this story about Deshawn Hood is true, the man who allegedly shot his wife because he found out that 3 of their children were not his and instead were family members, free that man. That's a crime of passion. Hear me out. Some of y'all women will flip out when another woman texts your man. And y'all are destroying cars and burning clothes and trying to run them over. But this man finds out that his wife has cheated on him, not once, not twice, but 3 times with family members. Think about the fact that this man is at 4th of July, hosted at his house, and all of these people that are cheating with his wife are sitting at his table eating his food. He is at Christmas watching his kids opening up gifts. Yeah, this was from Uncle such and such. In reality, that's from your daddy. Whole time, this woman is looking this man in the face. Yeah, I need you to go work some overtime because we need some back to school clothes for the kids. Them ain't his kids. I fully believe that it needs to be mandatory that we do DNA tests at birth for everybody. Married, dating, hookups, everybody needs to be doing DNA tests before they sign a birth certificate. Because this is one of them situations where, very sad, the woman survived. Allegedly, she is still at the hospital recovering from her injuries. But this is a crime of passion. That man blacked out. Because I know I would.
This woman justified the violence as a crime of passion, putting herself in the shoes of the betrayed husband and highlighting the emotional impact of the humiliation, especially because it involved his own relatives. Her empathy isn't rooted in condemning the violence, but in understanding the deep, repeated betrayal that shook the man's masculinity and trust in his family. Her reaction seems to stem from the belief that many women overreact to much smaller betrayals. So in her eyes, Deshawn's outburst is understandable. It reveals a subtle critique of the emotional double standards some women hold, where they don't tolerate pain, but expect men to.
All I can say is his crash out was pretty valid. Deshawn Hood from Warren, Michigan shot his wife 3 times at her job in Sterling Heights because he found out all 3 of their children were not his. Luckily, the police was able to arrive at the scene within seconds, so she is still alive and is at the hospital getting treated. However, Deshawn Hood has been arrested. All I can say is his crash out was pretty valid. Pretty valid. Like, I don't know what anyone would have done. Imagine you're a husband to 3 children you thought, but they end up not being yours. Mind you, y'all been living together. Y'all been coexisting as a family. Hey, what they say, karma spin the block. I'm not even trying to victim shame or anything, but it's just like, genuinely, what would y'all do? What would y'all do if the shoe was on the other foot?
The second woman tries to sound neutral, but her words actually validate the violent reaction by asking, "What would you do?" She doesn't just understand it, she normalizes it. This suggests a collective belief that certain levels of betrayal cross moral boundaries and trigger extreme responses. Her reaction is driven by the shock of the betrayal's scale. 3 kids, all by relatives, but also exposes a lack of empathy for the real victim of violence, the wife, who is entirely erased from the narrative. To her, emotional justice matters more than legal justice.
Free Deshawn Flood. Okay, this is crazy. 37-year-old Deshawn Flood found out his wife had 3 kids by his relative. None of them were his kids. Now, I don't know how this man found out, but when he found out, he crashed the fuck out. Would have crashed the fuck out too. He went up to his wife's job at 8 o'clock in the morning and attempted to take her life. He did shoot her several times and then pistol whipped her. I know y'all not gonna like what I have to say next, but I think his crash out was very valid. How do you have 3 kids by your husband's relative? His crash out was valid to me. I don't know. Y'all leave a comment drop a comment. This just got me so disturbed. Drop a comment. Let me know. I think that man crash out was valid. Free that man. If y'all start a GoFundMe for him, I'm coming to put some money on it because they is scandalous out here. I tell you, you have 3 kids. None of them is your husband kid. And by a relative. Not only did you cheat, you picked a relative to cheat with. Oh my God. You know what? Y'all let me know what y'all think and feel in the comments. Bye.
This woman goes even further by saying she'd donate money if a GoFundMe was created for the shooter. Her reaction comes from a mix of outrage, emotional identification, and a desire for moral justice, rather than legal justice. She cares less about what's right or wrong by the law, and more about what feels right to her. What fuels her response is the double betrayal by the wife and his own family. By defending the violence, she reveals a worldview where men's emotional pain is constantly ignored. And so, when a man snaps, it's seen as justified. Her reaction is full of rage against a culture that expects men to silently endure everything.
I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I don't care. If you are married to a man, you've been cheating on that man finds out that not only 1, but 2, but 3 of the children that y'all have together do not belong to him. That man proceeds to show up at your job and crash out. That crash out entailed of him shooting you and gun butting you in one of your co-workers' cars. I'm sorry, that is a valid crash out. 3, in Jamaican terms, that'd have been like he was over here with 3 jackets, taking care of somebody else's babies. And apparently the craziest part in the state of Michigan, the fact that they are married, even if that it could be proved that those are not his kids, he is still responsible for them kids. 3, not 1, 3, baby. And she lived. She lucky. But it's a valid crash out. Y'all be out here playing with people's lives. I say it all the time. Some people be playing crazy. There's a lot of people that's out here playing sane.
The last woman echoes the same reasoning, but adds one crucial legal detail. In the state of Michigan, even if DNA proves the kids aren't his, Deshawn may still be legally responsible for them because he's married. That detail only fuels her outrage further. He was cheated on and legally punished for it. Her anger isn't just toward the wife, but toward a system she sees as protecting adulterous women while dehumanizing betrayed men. She sees the violent outburst not just as a reaction to betrayal, but as the breaking point after emotional and legal injustice. It's her rebellion against a system she believes turns a blind eye to male suffering.